Everybody loves cupcakes, right? I sure do, and I know Jerry does. Well, today we have a special guest. Her name is Diane. She's become a friend of mine. And do you remember my birthday? She made me an awesome chocolate cake that had coffee in the cake and the icing, and it was to die for. And here's my special friend today. It's Diane. Come on in, Diane.
Hi, Jerry and Linda.
Diane was a viewer, and she contacted us, and we got together and became friends. And she's going to show us today her special cupcake recipe and her frosting recipe. How'd you get here, Diane?
I got here watching your videos. Jerry and Linda brought me here. We came down and did a lifestyle visit last July and bought on the second day.
Oh my goodness.
We met Jerry and Linda while we were here. We had a really good time, had dinner, and we look forward to spending a lot more time with them.
Absolutely. And I can't ever forget that chocolate cake. We've got a little bit left in the freezer. And
oh my gosh. I don't know how long it'll stay in the freezer.
I don't know. I know, you're right. Diane, tell us your background on baking.
Well, when I got out of college, I really missed having something to study and something to do. And I grew up in Toledo, Ohio, and there was a little cake shop down the street not far from my house. And I took lessons there doing cake decorating and candy making, and then took some other classes and did wedding cakes, and have just enjoyed doing it as a hobby for quite a few years.
Now, what part of the Villages did you move into?
We bought a new home in DeLuna. We're in the verandas east. We just love having that little wall around because I have a whippet that can do a race around that wall. We've got a pretty good sized yard for the Villages. Not what we came from, but it works for us.
I think Gizmo would have loved to have that yard to run around in.
I moved down here full time the 28th of March, but have been back and forth since we closed on our house last August. I've made several trips down here and brought things and getting settled, and now we're working on getting all of our things done to our new house that we need to get done.
All right, how do we get started? Look at all these beautiful ingredients.
Okay,
oh my
we're going to
goodness.
go over to the mixer and start putting some things in. This is Linda's mixer, not mine. I need to
and it doesn't go back. To get it up, you do this to mix it, and then that's
oh boy.
I know, it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for you. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I've got a KitchenAid mixer that really works well. They are the cream of the crop.
They are good, aren't they?
Yeah.
I love mine.
So I've already pre-measured my ingredients before I came over here because I had to transport some of this stuff. So I'm going to measure out 1 cup of brown sugar.
And what was that? We did flour?
Yeah, I just put 1 1/3 cups flour in there.
Okay.
Lost a spoon.
And don't worry about getting mess on the countertop. We will take care of that later.
I make a lot of messes, my husband says.
Not a problem.
We had to wait till he quit working, got retired before we could get here full time.
Yeah.
And now that's happened a couple weeks ago.
Yay.
Luckily, it coincided with the sale of our house, and it worked out really well. Got to pack the brown sugar down. Need a whole cup.
Now, have you gotten involved in any activities while you've been here?
Oh, I sure have. I've been playing mahjong multiple times a week.
I tried that. That's hard. I can't do it.
Oh, it's not that hard. You just got to be patient with it. It's not a game like Mexican Train. You don't learn it overnight.
No, we actually went and learned at the rec center, and then we turned around, went to each other's houses and tried to practice sessions, and I still couldn't handle it. Anyway, that's fun.
Okay, so I've got my flour and my brown sugar. I'm going to add 2 eggs.
And you just throw them in the sink over here. It's fine.
And I didn't get any eggshells in there.
Good for you.
Yeah, this butter's not too soft today. Okay, I've got some baking soda and some salt, pre-mixed.
Isn't it amazing that all the
I need
ingredients?
this.
Oh, teaspoons? Oh, look at these teaspoons. This reminds me of my mom. She used to have some just like it.
Yeah, I've had these about 50 years.
About 50 years.
Yeah,
And they still work.
and they still work.
Same measurements.
Yep. Okay, and I've already pre-measured this. This is a half a cup of milk and a third of a cup of sour cream. I mix this together at my house.
Wow.
Just gonna pour that all in.
So it's got sour cream in it.
Sour cream.
Wow. I was going to say, some of these ingredients in a cake, you have sour cream, you have baking soda, or baking soda, right? Vanilla. If you taste those on their own, they're terrible.
But mixed together, they're wonderful.
Aren't they? Isn't that great?
I need another spoon. Okay, I'm gonna get some peanut butter. This is gonna be Reese's Peanut Butter Cup
Yummy.
Cupcakes. And you gotta, like the brown sugar, you've gotta pack it down to get the accurate ingredient.
You know, I've tried generic brand peanut butter, and I've
Doesn't
tried
work.
other kind.
Doesn't
and
work.
no, and there's just certain recipes that need this peanut butter.
Yeah, and it's gotta be creamy. It can't be
Yeah.
the crunchy kind. Because we want this batter to be nice and smooth when we dip it out into the liners.
There you go. Locks it in
Okay.
place.
All right.
All right, that's
just gonna start it. Whoops. And I'm gonna scrape down the sides. Because there's some that's not mixed in yet.
And sometimes it gets on the paddle blades, and that's, you have to try to get that too.
Yeah, I've got a different paddle that I bought extra for mine.
really?
That's got, it has little sides on it that
Oh.
scrape the bowl. I bought it on Amazon, I think.
That's good and creamy.
Yeah, messing up your counter though.
Not a problem. Smells delicious.
Yeah, gotta bake for about 18 to 22 minutes. Need a toothpick to check it.
Got it?
Make sure it's done all the way through. Okay, I'm gonna fill my liners.
These are cute.
Got these paper liners that are kind of decorative. They're kind of a
Those are really neat.
newer thing. I also have those
These kind?
everyday liners that I used for some of the other ones.
Okay, cool. Now, do you get these online?
I did, Hobby Lobby, I think, has them in
Oh.
their store. But I was shopping on Sunday and Hobby Lobby was closed.
So you might need a spatula.
No,
No? Okay.
Okay.
I wonder if they have this at Michael's.
I was at Michael's.
Oh, okay. Because they have
That
sometimes a
would be-
baking
They
section.
have it online in Michael's, but they didn't have it in the store.
Or Joanne. Does Joanne have some baking stuff?
I don't know. We had a Joanne in Toledo, but we did not have a Joanne where I last lived, so. It's my favorite little measuring
Perfect.
tool because you gotta get,
And what's that, like a fourth?
it's a fourth of a
Okay.
cup, and it's another thing that's about as old as those measuring spoons. I think I got this as a wedding
Yep.
shower
Wow.
many moons ago.
I know.
Okay, we'll switch these. And the oven's already preheated, right?
I think it's ready. Yes, it's ready.
Okay.
Now, do you have a gas stove?
I do have a gas
Down
stove.
at your-
I have
DeLuna?
almost always had a gas stove my whole life. I love it. You turn the heat on, it's on. You turn it off, it's off.
Yeah.
My son has an electric stove, and oh my goodness, I burn everything I take over there.
Well, let's hope we don't do that today.
Well, cooking on top of it is one
Yeah.
of those glass top things.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a double oven in my last home, and I loved it.
I did too.
The top part was short just for baking, pretty much cookies and cakes. Have you found any tips for us for new bakers or anything that maybe that we should be aware of?
Measure your ingredients.
Yeah.
Always measure your ingredients, because if you don't, your recipe's not going to turn out.
It's scientific, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
got to have the certain amount of salt or a certain amount of this sugar, or else it's not going to work.
Sometimes you can, deviate a spoonful on something, but not always.
Not always. Now, we did our baking today here at our house because this is a designer home, and we want to show you what most designer homes have with the standard appliances. We do not have a gas stove.
So we're going to put these in for 18 minutes, and then we're going to test them with a toothpick. You have set the timer.
Okay, 18.
18 minutes. We'll test them, and
Okay, here's a question for you. Do you turn them around, or you just leave them? Some people turn things around halfway through.
you want to make sure, especially if you're doing wedding cakes or something big, you want to make sure your oven is level. If you start producing product that comes out and it's lopsided, you know your shelf or your floor is not level.
Oh my goodness.
Now, I have an engineering husband who would go in there with his level to make sure it's level.
That's something we've never done.
But that's not normal.
Not normal, okay.
I broke one of my favorite bowls. I've got a big, old, heavy ceramic bowl, and it got broken in the move.
Oh.
And it was like irreplaceable. And we went up to the market in Marion
And you found it?
with my friend
Yeah.
Ryan
Yes,
and Chuck, those
yes.
guys you met,
Yeah.
and Kathy, all those
Yeah.
people, they're my neighbors. I found a substitute. And I've been pricing them online on Etsy and on eBay, $75 or more, plus shipping.
What is it? Is it Corel? No.
It was McCoy.
McCoy.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's old.
Oh my.
And it's stoneware. It's heavy. It weighs like 5 or 7 pounds. And I found one very similar, $15.
Yay. Yes, Market of Marion. We've been there many times. We found so many things. It's a flea market, next county or Marion County, and it's huge. It's got barn after barn after barn.
Well, you
And
get lost.
you do.
You get lost.
You do get
We
lost.
were looking at plants because I'm landscaping my yard, and oh my gosh. You go to this place and he had this, and then you go to another place and he had that.
Yeah, I know.
We were all over the place.
Anything you want is there. Spandex, golf clubs, games, samba mats, everything. It's wonderful.
And a beautiful farmer's market, too. There's a lot of produce
yes,
there.
a lot of produce.
Along with all the plants
We
and
did.
everything.
And you're right, you can get lost, but it is a fun day.
Yeah,
And they're only open like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
yeah, all day.
Yeah.
Like early.
Or maybe
yeah.
even Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm not sure, but there's only 3 days a week. Okay. Yeah, it's not that far. About what, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
From Spanish Springs.
From Spanish
Yeah.
Springs. From our house, it was probably about 30.
Yeah, it's great.
We hit good Sunday traffic, so no problem.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're ready to do now is make our frosting while the cupcakes are baking.
Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is cream some butter.
Okay. And we got 2 sticks of butter in this,
Yeah, 2 sticks of,
which means 1 cup.
yeah. sous chef here.
There you go.
Where's Gizmo at?
You know,
He's being awfully good
he's
today.
awfully good. He should be here. He loves peanut butter too.
Well, you have to be careful.
Yeah.
Dogs can't have
No, too much.
peanut butter that has any of the artificial sugars in it.
Yeah,
In another world, I've worked in veterinary medicine, so I know that.
Well, in the other world, I have given him a taste of it. He absolutely loves it. I love creamy peanut
He
butter.
can
This
have
is gonna
Jif. He could have a little Jif.
little,
Yeah, but nothing with any of the artificial stuff in it.
be- No. No, I love creamy peanut butter because I am a fiend of Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh my
I
gosh.
remember that from another conversation
Yes,
we had.
absolutely. Don't put those in front of me. They'll be gone in a second. So peanut butter frosting, love peanut butter. Do you need to put this in the refrigerator after the cupcakes are baked because it has butter in it, or does it need to be refrigerated?
Well, I'm learning some new things down here about humidity that I didn't have up north. Things melt a little easier than they did back there.
And you've just put vanilla
I
without
just
a
put
teaspoon?
a teaspoon of vanilla in it.
And how much peanut butter was that?
3/4 of a cup.
Okay.
Now, here we go, Linda. You're going to help. Hold on to that. Hold on to that.
Well, this brings back a lot of memories for me, too, besides the measuring spoons. My mother had one of these. In fact, I have one under the kitchen counter that I took from my mom. I love
I have
this.
2 of them. I have one from
Yeah.
my wonderful mother-in-law. When she passed away, we cleaned out her house, and
You snagged it.
I snagged that.
Yeah,
I snagged
absolutely.
that, and I snagged her pie dishes.
Oh,
She had some
and
fantastic
so you
pie
just,
dishes.
you just
Gotta
twist it.
sift your powdered sugar.
It just takes all the lumps out, so it'll be, it'll
Well-
incorporate real good with the frosting.
And down here, things lump up. You know, they just do. Here's my spoon.
There we go.
So I've got lumps down in the bottom. I'm just going to push them through.
Push them through. Yep, that's called sifting.
Yep, get all the lumps out.
Now see, this is great because these are homemade frosting, homemade cake. It's not from a box mix.
Well, the best thing about homemade, I don't care if you're talking about dinner or what, you know what's in it. You're not getting a bunch
Yeah.
of chemicals, and you're not getting
Right, here.
a bunch of things that are
Right.
mysterious ingredients. No
Yeah.
GMOs, no.
Yeah. And
Fake
it just
stuff.
tastes good. Looks yummy.
I'm going to slowly, otherwise it'll hit Jerry. Pure
Icing.
white icing.
Yes.
I've got a secret.
Was that royal icing they called it or something
Yeah,
like
I've
that?
got a secret. It's
Okay.
called white blank.
White blank. Okay,
And
what
when
is
you
that?
use real butter
Yeah.
in your icing and you put this white, it's like white food coloring. When you put that into your
Frosting.
frosting with the actual butter in it, because butter's
Okay.
yellow, and you beat
Right.
your butter until it's really fluffy and,
Right.
and whiter, and then you add that, and then you have pure white icing.
And then your yellow butter now is
Right.
hidden.
I don't like
Yeah.
shortening in my icing.
Yeah. Well, that's how they taught us, and
Oh yeah,
I went,
because
oh
it's
my gosh.
cheaper.
Okay. Butter tastes
I don't
better.
know.
Butter tastes better, right?
I just saw a can of Crisco at the grocery store for
Yeah.
10 something the other day. So I don't know. Maybe it's not
Well,
cheaper
and
anymore.
I think they even have the butter flavored Crisco
They
too.
do.
I've used
And
that
you can
before.
buy sticks too.
Yeah.
I used to years ago lick them.
Yep. Yep.
I had to quit doing that.
I will have friends that will lick the mixer from the cake batter and the cookie dough, and I just can't do it. My mother said never to do that.
There's raw eggs in it.
And no, raw eggs and raw flour and whatever. And she said it's not a good thing. You made this most delicious icing on that cake for my birthday. It was chocolate and you had coffee in it. So
I put like I'm gonna say 4 tablespoons of really strong coffee in it.
I mean, it's just the granules, not.
No. It's cooked coffee. It was
Cooked
left
coffee.
over from our breakfast.
Oh, okay. Wow.
No, I don't buy
The espresso stuff.
I don't buy powdered coffee of any kind. So the only coffee we have is
Yeah.
that.
Real brewed
So-
coffee.
Okay, I need to fill this
Piping bag.
my bags.
Okay.
So I need to.
This one.
No. These are already full of other
Oh.
stuff. My
Oh, right here.
I was going to say
This.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, these are reusable. This is awesome.
Yeah, I've got some disposable ones,
Uh-huh.
but I mostly like the fabric of the reusable ones.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
one,
yeah.
the tip has already been cut.
Hold them up.
Yeah. These are piping bags, and they come in 2 ways. This is reusable, and you have to wash them out,
and
turn them
here's a
inside out.
disposable one.
Yeah. And they're
This is the one I did the flowers with.
nice.
Okay, so I'm going to get a big. I've got
So hold that
a
up.
lot of tips.
Hold that up. That's
a lot
cool.
of tips.
Those tips you drop in here before you add your
Well,
frosting.
with the little ones, you use a coupler. You can see
Oh, okay.
on
Yes,
this
yes.
one where I've used a coupler.
Yeah.
That way I can switch out and make the design different. Normally I have a big deep glass that I use at home.
Oh.
But today I'm going to use Linda.
Okay.
And she's going
Here we go.
to hold this up like this firmly.
Firmly underneath. Okay. So I'm going to hold the piping bag, and Diane's going to
I'm
shove some
gonna
peanut
fill
butter.
it. Wait,
and-
no.
Not
Hold
yet.
it open.
Oh,
We didn't rehearse this.
no, we did not rehearse. Because I'm not used to having extra hands in it while I'm baking. Oh, there's the buzzer. Our cupcakes are done. All right, we'll
Now-
get you. A couple seconds won't hurt.
I don't want to put too much in there.
I'm not keeping it open. You're
Yeah.
right. A glass would help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
And
got
it
just
folds
the
over.
right glass at home.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's grab these
grab those
cupcakes and
cupcakes.
check them. All right, buzzer rang. Let's take a look.
No,
All right.
I'm going to leave them there in those wrappers in the pan
In
for
the
a
pan.
minute.
Okay.
And then I'll get them out. But
Okay, I'm going to put them over here, away from the stove, and put them on this thing.
okay,
This is
thank
a-
you. I brought some other cupcakes that I've already pre-made. These are coconut,
Oh,
and these are carrot cake.
yummy.
Okay, the
Wow.
carrot cake is cream cheese icing, and this is coconut icing.
Wow. Okay.
So I've already made the icing at home. I've already put it in the piping bag. It has coconut flavor in it. And I'm just going to decorate these, really simple.
And again, you use butter and the
I've got to get them out of this thing.
okay.
I'm not used to decorating them in anything. Oh, and this icing is very stiff.
Maybe we can knead it a little.
Well, it'll hold its design well.
Yeah. All right.
Whoops.
Get back up there. It's going to stick there. That'll
There we
work.
go.
That'll work.
And what I brought to go on these cupcakes is some toasted coconut.
Yum. And how do you toast coconut?
Oh, I just put it in a little skillet on the stove
On
and
the stove?
turn the stove on and put the coconut in
Just
it.
on top. You don't
Yeah,
put
just
it in
on
the
top.
oven. It's
I
on
don't
top
put it
of
in
the
the
stove.
oven.
Okay.
No.
And
You got to watch it very closely because it burns.
Do you need something?
I need a teaspoon.
Teaspoon? Okay, this is a little bit.
That's fine.
Will work.
And just put a little bit on top while the icing is still.
So when you toast the coconut, you just put it in the pan and nothing with it. Just put it on the heat.
Nothing with it, no grease,
Okay.
no oil, no
For
nothing.
about a minute, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Knock it off the coconut.
This is what I do for these. And then what I do for the other cupcakes is, this one I already used a bunch of the icing, so there's not as much icing, it's not as full.
It's okay.
And this is all that's left in this
That's-
tube.
I love a kitchen that smells like cookies and cupcakes.
And this little guy, I didn't bring my orange sprinkles. I've got orange sprinkles to go with the carrot cake, but
Oh.
I guess today we can do pink. These are spring cupcake wrappers.
Oh, wrappers,
And
yeah.
you see they got little
like
carrots.
carrots on the side.
on the
yeah,
side,
that's cute.
yeah.
And my grandkids love sprinkles on
Oh,
cupcakes.
yes, they do.
Sprinkles on everything.
And then I've got just some plain icing here that I need just a knife.
A knife, I can do it.
Yeah.
Well, here's a knife and here's a spreader.
Ooh, that's even better. The spreader's even better.
A spreader is better. Wow.
Just for the kids for every day.
Yeah.
They just like
Yeah.
plain old cupcakes
Yeah.
with lots of sprinkles.
I know, and I get so upset when they take a cupcake. Well, not all of my grandchildren do this, but a couple of them do. Take the cupcake, and the first thing they do is they lick up
lick
all
all
the
the sprinkles.
icing and the sprinkles. Oh, it's gotten warmer. The icing has gotten warmer. It's easier to get out now.
Yep.
And much quicker to decorate.
Yep. Some more toasted coconut.
Now, how long can you keep toasted coconut in? Will you keep it in the refrigerator or you keep it in the
I
counter?
usually just make enough for whatever I'm
Whatever
doing
you're
with
doing,
it.
okay.
You know, like this is how much I made this morning. Okay, these. I've got a bunch of this other icing. I think I'm gonna make those a different color. Just to use this icing.
You've got a green one over here too, it looks like.
Yeah, that was my leaf one. Yeah.
My son, Derek, gave me a kit with the tips in it and lessons at the Hobby Lobby for a birthday or Mother's Day gift. I can't remember now. But I did take 1 or 2 classes. Oh, look at this. This is fun. This is how you make the roses. Just a squirt and turn. And that little nail thing holds the flower on. And then she just scrapes it off onto the
Gotta have something for it to hold on to.
hold on to.
And I've got these little
scissors.
little flower scissors.
Wow, that is cool.
Where's my spatula? Here's a knife. That'll work.
That or this one.
Make sure I've got the right end up. If the right end's not up, it won't squiggle right.
Wow.
Let the green one go. Because they got butter in them.
Oh, yeah.
This one's pretty stiff,
You want
too.
to bring it out?
Pretty stiff, too.
Wow. Those are amazing little tips. That's whoever invented those.
Well, every one of them does something different. What I've been enamored with is the Russian tips, the ones that look like that. They're big and huge, and you've got to get your icing just the right consistency, or they will not work. If they're too tight, they seize up on you, and you can't get anything out of them. If they're too loosey, then your flowers just fall apart.
Yeah.
So.
And I bet there's, do you think there's cake decorating classes here in the villages? Do you think there's clubs? We ought to check that out.
I don't know.
I may have to go to
I don't
that.
know. I've never seen any.
Yeah. I haven't looked.
There's been some cooking things that
Yeah.
you could
Yeah.
go and pay to take a cooking lesson.
Yeah.
But I've not seen anything with any baking at all. Let's see if our cupcakes are cool enough now to ice.
Oh, yeah. I
Are
think
they?
so. I think so.
Okay. Well. Brown liners, you can really whip some frosting in there.
Oh,
That
yeah.
looks great.
I know. Look at that.
That's
You're-
because Jerry's over there drooling.
He's salivating. He's over there just dripping.
He's drooling.
He's drooling over here. Oh, my goodness. And they just look so beautiful with the stripes.
Well,
The
they'll look
tips
even
makes it look so much more,
more
professional,
beautiful.
you know?
when they get those Reese's peanut butter cups on
Oh,
top
yeah.
of them. So I've got another spoon here. There's also a chocolate filling that you can put in the middle of these. And you use this big, long filling to
Oh, and you just
do that.
shove it right down and then...
Well, you can take a core and take
little
some
bit
out
out.
and put
Okay.
a whole bunch of filling in it. Or if you just shove this in, you can get some filling in it.
Yeah. Oh, how nice. And you what would you put in there? Pudding? What would you put in?
It's a recipe.
Oh,
It's
okay.
chocolate. This is cut up Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh,
And I told my husband this morning that I was not eating these peanut butter cups, that not to see those wrappers in the trash and think that I was having candy for breakfast.
wow.
These have gotten soft too. They came right out of the refrigerator because that's where I had them hidden in the
Hidden
back.
in the back. I know. Wow. These look amazing. Whoops, and that is a big hunk right there.
Yeah. I'll camouflage it a little bit.
Looks good.
Okay, Jerry.
You want to be the taste tester?
I made a little special surprise for Linda.
Aw.
So I want you to untie your bow.
Oh my goodness. What a treat. Look at this. Are we ready? Okay.
So lift that up.
Oh my.
And it is a cupcake bouquet.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh, how beautiful. Diane. Oh, you know what? I know how much work went into that.
I did that last night.
Oh my gosh. That is incredible work. Roses. Oh my goodness. Wow. Thank you so much. I love this. Ah. Wow. We've had an incredible morning. We have made cupcakes. We've made frostings. We've decorated, or you have helped decorate. You've decorated. And look what you can do in your own kitchen. This is incredible.
Now all we need is a cup of coffee.
We do. And maybe a taste test.
Maybe. I think Jerry would love to
He
do
sure
a taste
would.
test.
I wonder which one he'd like.
I think I know. He wants this one with
This
the
one
most.
with the most Reese's
most
cups.
Reese's.
There you go. Diane, thank you for coming over today and bringing all this equipment and showing us how to make cupcakes and frosting and decorations. You've been an angel.
Thank you.
And I bet you we have somebody here for a taste test. Jerry, would you? Oh, I think he's here. He's ready for a taste test. Which one do you think you want?
Yes.
Of course you do. Well, you like that one. That's because it's got all the Reese's cups on it. That's a good one. I think you're going to love it. If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with all your friends. Until next time.
See you when you get here.